Let's continue our conversation with Ben Wikler, the Washington director of MoveOn.org, and Javier Manjarres, the managing editor of the Shark Tank political blog. Javier, is this what's happening here? President Obama content to turn our constitutional republic into a banana republic?
Well, what's funny is that he himself has said that this any action like this is not fair. And it's not right. And he doesn't think he has the legal recourse to do so. But again, I think the bigger issue here is that President Obama is trying to take away from the Republican what's happened election night and not talking about the winning issues the Republicans ran and won on, but he wants to go to this divisive issue of immigration from this. And because he knows historically it's hurt Republicans. I think this is all it is, but also I do agree with Krauthammer in the sense that, you know, he's waited long enough and he's threatened to do it. Now he's going to do it tonight. Who knows to what extent? We'll wait and see it after 8 o'clock tonight.
So Ben, as Javier was going through his litany of Banana Republic-like actions, you were shaking your head. Your response, please, sir.
Well, there's nothing to see here fundamentally. You know, President Reagan and President George H.W. Bush both took executive action on immigration for the same reason that President Obama will, which is that it's the right and American thing to do. And I know when it's a Republican doing it, it looks like leadership. And when it's a Democrat that's doing it, it might look to Javier like a dictatorship. But in all these cases, the president's well within his legal authority. It's an unassailable legal right to do this kind of action. And there's also a moral and political obligation to do so.
It was wrong when Bush and Reagan both did it. And don't shake your head too much, Ben. I don't want the headgear to fall off you.
Well, I tell you what, whether you scratch your head, shake your head, let's listen to someone who is new to Washington. That would be Congresswoman-elect Mia Love, the daughter of Haitian immigrants. She was asked about this contemplated executive order for amnesty from the president, and here's what Representative-elect Mia Love had to say.
It is Congress's job under Article 1, Section 8 to create a uniform rule of naturalization, a way in. It should be done line by line, section by section, with the input of the public instead of being done by one person. It looks more like a dictatorship when a president is unilaterally making decisions for the American people.
Javier, Mia Love says a dictatorship. Is she right?
I agree. And not only is President Obama the first black president, now he's trying to be the first Hispanic president of the United States of America. She's right. We're a democracy. What President Obama is doing is illegal, and I don't think Republicans are going to stand for it, and I don't think Americans are going to stand for it.
Let me talk to you about this, Ben. I mean, there's Mia Love, the daughter of Haitian immigrants who came here legally. And just one other note on the whole Bush-Reagan executive orders. They came following legislation to articulate what the legislation had done. This president's acting alone, is he not?
Well, this president is also following the same legislation that preceded him. That legislation is the most recent congressional action on immigration, and the principles that it was advancing, it was the same principles that both presidents were trying to uphold, and the principle that this president's trying to uphold is a principle of fairness, of not smashing hardworking families. This is about prosecutorial discretion to enforce the laws passed by Congress on immigration reform. And, you know, while these laws absolutely need refreshing, the president does have the right, clearly has the right to figure out how to use the resources at his disposal to advance Congress's purpose, the purpose that it had when it passed the laws in the first place. And the reason why all of these presidents do this is because we need 100 more Mia Loves. We need hardworking immigrant families who contribute to this country to be able to do so to the extent of their abilities.
Hey, Ben, why hasn't the president enforced existing laws?
Javier, the president has been enforcing existing laws.
Unfortunately, time is drawing to a close. Gentlemen, we'll continue in the days to come as America's Forum continues here on Newsmax.